applause for her. We have our second lead paper presenter in the person of Dr. Aminat Jimo. Round of applause for her, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the Gender Policy Unit's third international conference. And believe me, this room is packed today with a lot of people that support and some women also who have proven that gender is not a barrier. I can see so many beautiful faces here. Okay, let me say beautiful and handsome faces, because if I say the beautiful, it may be just because we're in gender policy and we're talking about women. But we have so many beautiful and wonderful gentlemen here who always support us in anything that we do. I can cite the Dean of Social Sciences, Professor Shamsuddin Mohammed. I can also cite the former Director of Gender Policy Unit, Professor Eugenia Apa. I can also see another female trailblazer in the person of the head of Department of Computer Engineering, Dr. Basira Yahya. Also, we have a lot of invited guests that have come from far and wide to come here today and mark this day with us. We have Dr. Nadira Madaki Ilyasu, the Director of Center for Gender Studies, Federal University, Duzi. Please a round of applause and stand up for the graduation, ma. She came all the way from Duzi to come and join us here. Please, ma, do us the honors of joining us on the high table. Thank you very much. A round of applause for her. We have Dr. Zahra Ubamalino Ruddin, the Director of Center for Gender Studies and Livelihood Enhancement, Aliko Dangote University of Science and Technology, Woodin. Round of applause for her. Dr. Zahra, please come and join us. A round of applause for her also. Forgive me if I'm calling the ladies first, but I think let's mix it up now by calling Professor Nuruddin Bashir Umar, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration of Aliko Dangote University of Science and Technology, Mudulkalo. Please a round of applause for him. So please come and join us on the high table. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, students, you're all welcome today. Please a round of applause for yourselves also. We'll continue the protocol as the program goes on. I'd like to start by inviting the Vice Chancellor of this great university, Ahmadu Bello University, Professor Adamu Ahmad, who is ably represented here today by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Bello Sabo, to come here for his welcome address. Please a round of applause for him as he makes his way to the podium.
Thank you.
I'd like to apologize for that, please. I'd like to invite the Director, Gender Policy Unit, Professor Rahana Tilawal, for her welcome address. A round of applause for her, please.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Adamu Ahmed, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Bello and his and members of the Vice Chancellor's team, the co-hosts of this program, CEO, Pledging and Charity Foundation, Her Excellency, wife of the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Hajia Ahmadu Rada, ably represented by government senior officials in person of Mustafa Ngawa, Senior Special Assistant on Media and Strategic Study, and also a former alumnus of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. On all things of the faculty here present, heads of departments here present, all professors here present, my esteemed colleagues, our great presenters, my co-coordinators from other universities, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Without gratitude and joy that I welcome you to the third international conference of the Gender Policy Unit at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. This evening is a celebration of collaboration and our shared commitment to advancing and inclusive development. On this theme, breaking barriers, building features, advancing women's political rights, health and development captures the essence of our mission of the Gender Policy Unit, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. It reminds us that our work here today is not only academic discourse, but also about shaping policies and practices that improve women's issue, creating pathway for more inclusive future. We are deeply honored by the partnership of our co-host, the CEO, Pledge and Charity Foundation. This shows a great representative of womanhood and humanity in general. Your support underscores the importance of collaboration between academia, civil society, and leadership in driving change in our society. We equally are very grateful to our presenters, Professor Ahmadu Isa and Professor Lam Isa of the Department of Economics and former Executive Director, the Pension Board of the State, and Dr. Amina Momo of the Department of Surgery, Ahmadu Bello University, for your time, wisdom, commitment to be part of this conference, and you are deeply appreciated. Thank you, presenters. We also recognize and our gratitude to our Vice Chancellor, Ahmadu Bello University, who has shown support to this conference. Thank you, Vice Chancellor, sir. We are also very grateful to other Vice Chancellors who have sponsored their gender policy directors to attend this interactive gender policy conference here in Ahmadu Bello University. Welcome, directors. We appreciate it. We are also very grateful to other Vice Chancellors of Kogi State University of Kaba, whom their staff, some are on the way and some have arrived. We welcome you all. And also the Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, Aliko Dangote University, whose gender policy directors are on their way to attending this conference. We wish them a safe journey to the conference. Our gratitude and appreciation goes to those who have in kind word and financially supported this conference, in person of Dr. Kabir Salihu, Director of Institute of Development and Research, Ahmadu University, the Dean of Graduate Studies, the Director of Distance Learning Center, the CEO of Center for Girl Child Education, Hajia Bello, Professor Okeshola, among others. We also appreciate our well-wishers who have financially supported us in the person of Hamisu, Lawal, Haruna Suleiman, Kabir Sadiq, among others. Your valuable support is highly recognized and appreciated. I'm also very thankful to the organizing committee, Benjamin, Gideon, Johan, Madina Tsu, and Timothy for their commitment, dedication, tireless effort to see to the success of this conference. I must also strongly acknowledge and support of all women of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, both academic and non-academic staff, for their call, their prayers, support, dedication to ensuring that this conference comes to a success. I truly appreciate you all. Equally, I want to appreciate all the students of Ahmadu Bello University, those who are here and those who could not make it, for their energy, creativity, commitment to ensuring that we have a good learning environment in our institution. We also appreciate our presenters are connecting from abroad, Canada, Mauritius, South Africa, Ghana, and we wish you a happy celebration. Vice Chancellor Sir, Gender Policy Unit is proud to host representatives from 27 universities, including Ahmadu Bello University, and hope to celebrate on 90 papers on this. So this shows that this conference is a reflection of the global relevance of our shared vision. We also wish to appreciate the media coverage who have taken their time to be with us in this occasion. As we proceed for this session, let us embrace the spirit of collaboration and learning, and to define that this conference is not just a celebration, but is going to be a reflection for us all. On behalf of Gender Policy Unit, I wish everybody a fruitful celebration and also the same journey for those after this session. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause for the Director of Gender Policy Unit. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Hindatu Megari Erima. Please, a round of applause for her. Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, Saad Zulu University, all the way from Bauchi State. I should please come and join us on the high table. Dr. Hindatu Megari. Please, a round of applause for her as she takes her way to the podium, all the way from Bauchi State.
Here goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to call our father, the Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, for his welcome address. Please, a round of applause for the Vice Chancellor.
The Senior Special Assistant, His Excellency, Media and Strategy, to the Governor of the Zaria State, His Excellency, Dr. university librarian, the visiting deputy vice chancellors, the chairperson of today's occasion, the lead paper presenters, Professor Salamatu Isa and Dr. Amina, the executive director, NRLS, Professor Yusuf Sani, members of the local organizing committee, the director, the policy, the participants, students, and other invited guests. Good morning. I'm delighted to be here this morning to attend this important conference with the theme, breaking barriers, building futures, political, health, rights, and development. Like I said this morning, during the courtesy of the delegate of the state government, that if there is any time in the history of this country to discuss this important at a conference like this, I think it's because the organizers of this conference have carefully chosen this topic. Now, if you look at it by, coming to carry out research and present your research outcome, engage in the exchange of ideas, and then the strategic goals for the future, how do you advance their rights, how do you tackle health women, how do you also promote social and economic development through giving other policies that will enhance women participation. You will discover that by the time you do that, you are also helping the country to solve many of its problems. By so doing, enhance economic and social development. So I feel strongly that the theme of the conference is well sized, well constructed, it is well designed. And so, Mr. Vice Chancellor, I want to thank the organizers of this conference, especially the local organizing committee and the gender policy of the university for this wonderful initiative. I also want to appreciate particularly the efforts and the intervention by the wife of the Katsina State Governor, who has shown interest not only in our own university, but in everything that has to do with gender policy. And I think that informed her sending of a very powerful initiative to bring our meeting this morning for this important occasion. Let me also of Mr. Vice appreciate His Excellency, the Governor of Katsina State, Alhaji Umar Rada, for his continued interest, which he has continued to show to Ahmadu Bello University in whichever way he can for the development of this university. You are aware, during the last courtesy visit by the Vice Chancellor to His Excellency, the Katsina State government is coming with a lot of packages to assist this university, and the university community is very grateful for the wonderful gesture. In particular, the lab of where the President Umar the Katsina government to develop it to a standard of any national chemistry laboratory. And I think that is a very good gesture from I want to thank also the various scholars that are here to present papers. I think they must have put in a lot of effort to bring on papers, particularly the keynote presenters, the lead paper presenters, Professor Isa and Professor Eminat. I am convinced that these individuals have put in something that I think we will all deserve to give them our attention, in addition to what we are going to listen, from other distinguished scholars who will speak here this afternoon. My appreciation also goes to the local organizing committee, the gender policy unit of the university, like I said, for coming up with this wonderful initiative. So on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I wish us successful deliberation, and I hope that at the end of this conference, we will come up with a communique that will go a long way in helping us address the various challenges that this conference aims at addressing. Thank you very much, and I wish us successful and safe journey back to our various destinations. Thank you very much. Yes, this one is biology. So, having said that, I wish to, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ahmadu Mohammed, who is unavailably not here with us, it is my singular privilege and honor to declare this international conference open. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Vice Chancellor, please round of applause for him. I'd like to invite today's chairman of education, the director of NERS, Professor Yusuf Ahmed Sani, who is ably represented here today by Professor Ahmadu Zaria, the deputy director. Please round of applause for him.
The Vice Chancellor of Bello University, Zaria, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor of the Dean, Professor Bello Sabo. Other members of the High Table, let me stand on the already established protocol. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Director NLS planned to be here by himself, but an unplanned and unexpected need took him away from Zaria, so he asked me to come and represent him in this very important occasion. This is his speech. I'm going to read on his behalf. The NRLS policy and initiatives concerning the integration of the gender unit is to build a shared understanding of how to approach the gender perspective in sharing responsibilities and capacity development for empowerment. At NRLS, the creation of the gender unit has advanced agricultural extension services through the gender responsive working environment while mainstreaming women's capacity building and strengthening their roles. Women in Nigeria face numerous challenges in agriculture, from restricted access to land and finance to limited opportunities for education and training. The statistics show that women own less than 10% of agricultural land in Nigeria, and only 15% agricultural credit goes to women farmers. So NRLS is making effort to see that in all its program for agricultural development in Nigeria, women are not left out. In order to achieve that objective, we collaborate with a lot of organizations, both governmental and non-governmental organizations such as AGRA, Center for Girls Child Education, Women in Agriculture, and WOFAN. The activities we carried out with these organizations uplifted the status of women in Nigeria to stand on their feet, and they became trainers of other women in their communities. It is expedient to empower women with skills, knowledge, and technologies that can drive in growth and prosperity. Programs such as Youth in Agriculture Initiative are providing training, finance, mentorship to young women, helping them to become leaders and innovators in agriculture. Women are key to food security in Nigeria. They produce, process, prepare food for the families. There is need to support them with climate resilient practices, nutrition sensitive agriculture, and resources they need to produce nutritious food and improve health outcome. Advancing women's participation in agriculture is not just about equity, it is about economic growth, self-empowerment for societal development. If women had equal access to resources such as land, input, finance, reliable market, real-time information, and linkages, the Nigeria could increase agriculture output by 20 to 30%. Therefore, we shouldn't play with involving women to participate in all our agricultural developmental activities. Therefore, let us protect the right, ensuring they have a voice in decision-making and policy formulation. In conclusion, advancing women's participation, their health, their rights, and agricultural development is an economic necessity. By investing in women, we invest in Nigeria's future. We are creating jobs, reducing poverty, and building a more equitable society for generations unborn. Moreover, let us work together to break the barriers, build futures, and ensure food security for all by involving women in all our programs. Let us make Nigeria a model for women's empowerment in agriculture, a beacon of hope for Nigeria and African continent. To conclude, as we gather here in this conference, I wish us a fruitful deliberation and an impactful resolution capable of transforming our gender, particularly, and the nation at large. Thank you very much. May God bless.
I think he deserves a bigger round of applause. Because you see, I love the way he merged the issue of women and even food security. Who doesn't want us to have food security? Please, a round of applause for the chairman of today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-host of today's event, in person of Hajia Fatima Dukarana, the wife of the executive governor of Katsina State, did not make it today, but she did not leave us without sending an able representative. We have her representative here who has joined us in the person of Mustafa Ingawa, the Special Assistant on Media. Please, a round of applause for him as he makes his way to the podium. Where is Mr. Faizawa? I'd also like to invite Suleiman Rabado, who is also another special assistant that came with them, the entourage. Please, a round of applause for them. Thank you very much. Now we'll begin by our first lead paper presentation. And I'd like to invite our first lead paper presenter to come and stand here for the recitation of her citation. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Professor Salamatu Isa. I'd like to call on Timothy Elisha to come and read the citation of Prof. Thank you.
Salamatu Idris Isa is a professor of economics at the Department of Economics, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, since October 2017. She served as the head of the Department of Economics at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria, from 2014 to May 2018. She holds BSc Economics at Ahmadu Bello University, Nigeria, and MSc and PhD degrees in economics, and has published several research articles in peer-reviewed journals. Her PhD dissertation titled An Empirical Analysis of Vertical and Horizontal Income and Non-Income Inequality in Nigeria, a case study of Kaduna State, received study grants from the Ahmadu Bello University's Mercator Foundation Research Grant, the French Institute for African Studies, IFRA, and an award from the Nigerian Economic Society for the second best PhD thesis in 2012. Salamatu Isa is a member of Development Policy Research Network at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. She served as Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Social Science at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria from 2014 to 2016. As a scholar, she has conducted surveys and research activities in her field of specialization, development economics. She has served as a principal investigator and co-investigator in many key policy research areas in Nigeria. Her most recent studies, including a survey and data collection on learning poverty in Kaduna State, Nigeria, in collaboration with the Kaduna State Bureau of Statistics and the Kaduna State Ministry of Education in 2023, titled A Policy Impact Evaluation of the Minimum Pension Implementation in Kaduna State 2020. Building value chain systems for balanced and sustainable development in Nigeria. A study sponsored by the Nigeria Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, from 2021 to 2024. And survey and data collection in the All-In project on weather index insurance for adaptation to climate risks in the Sudano-Sahelian zone of Nigeria. Evidence from a frame field experiment in selected states across Nigeria from 2022 to 2025. Salamatu Isa is currently leading a research team investigating